From a small car flipping side hustle to a multi-million-dollar repair shop, John Starkey's journey hasn't been easy. After a devastating fire nearly ended it all, he rebuilt stronger than ever with the help of his team, his community, and NAPA. This is Auto Pros on the Road.
So I entered the automotive industry back in 2003 as a salesman at a new car dealership. I climbed that ladder, I got into finance, I got into management, I was a buyer. I left that company when a large company from the mainland came out to buy them, and I started to flip cars. So I was buying and selling cars. I hired a mechanic. We were doing it at my house, and then I got a cease and desist order from the state. They said you can't do that here, so I ended up buying a little rundown shop so that I could buy and sell cars out of it. And then my friends from the industry started calling me saying, hey, I heard you have a mechanic, can you fix our cars? But I wasn't a shop, and I thought, well, why not? Come on in and I'll try to fix your cars. And then slowly but surely it started to build as an auto repair shop. I couldn't make enough just flipping cars, so I opened up an auto repair shop, and that's how we got started. So on December the 3rd of 2024, we had a large fire on the other side at our old shop. My aunt had passed away, so I was on a plane going to North Carolina for a funeral. And I landed, and I had about 100 missed messages or missed calls, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's that about? It pretty much torched the place. We lost probably 13 cars. We lost $140,000 in hand tools and scanners and all that. So it was kind of shocking, I owned everything in the shop, and it's kind of like, wow, I worked so hard to build this place, and this is what I end up with. My landlord, who's the third largest landholder in Hawaii, came to me and said, hey, we have a building right behind you that's been vacant for 5 years. If you want, you can come in and give it a go, see if you can grow the business. We've watched you grow over the years from a $20,000 a year shop to a $3.5 million a year shop. I think you could keep growing it. I know it's going to be challenging because it's quite large, but we have faith in you, and if you want to try it, we want you there as a tenant. We made it through. I didn't lose any of my key technicians. I didn't lose any of my key service advisors. Everybody stuck it out with me, and we actually cleaned the shop up ourselves, a lot of it, and came over here. When we moved over here, the guys were working on the ground over here with no lifts, pretty much in the dirt. This place was pretty grungy. From the get-go with NAPA, when I first opened, I had not been on a payroll for a year. So although I have very good credit, not being on payroll means I have no documented income. So I opened my shop, and obviously I needed to buy some lifts as we started to grow, and nobody wanted to help me out. And NAPA, they helped me get a loan for the very first lift that I bought. Them helping me out of the gate made me want to be more of a partner with them versus the other parts houses in town. I appreciate that. It goes a long way with me. We have about 14 lifts right now. I have 8 technicians. I'm about 20% completed with the build out of this facility. We're going to finish the concrete on the floor. The entire area will be concrete. We'll coat it with an epoxy-like substance, and I'm going to bring in a graffiti artist to paint the walls and make it really nice. We'll redo the lighting in here. I would love to put air conditioning in here because in Hawaii it is very, very hot, but these fans keep it pretty cool, and we're going to vent the building also, so we're going to have a pretty good airflow in here. So we will have 27 lifts, and we will do $1 million a month in the fairly near future. I'm shooting for that target in about 3 years. We all know that finding the talented technicians is quite challenging, and that's why I'm building the shop the way I'm building it. I'm building it for people to come here and say, this is the best place to work in Hawaii. And the fact that all my employees stuck with me, these guys could work at any shop. I have 3 master techs, most shops don't have 1. And I have 1 technician who's 1 test away from master. So the fact that I have such deep talent here, I know that it's crucial for me to hang on to these guys after the fire. Otherwise, it would have been very hard to rebuild. And it does say something about the community here in Hawaii. We have a word, it's ohana, which means family. And they use it a lot out here. And I do feel like, my partnership with NAPA, my landlord, my employees, it's like one big family, and together we could do something great. What I really hope to come out of this is to be one of the best shops in the nation. I've been to some of the most successful shops in the country, and I've seen what it takes and I know how to build it. I just need to make sure that my policies and procedures and my staff all understand what it takes to be the best. It's not just execution outside here in the shop, it's execution inside with my service advisors and my manager. It's how we do our work for our customers, what our reputation in the community is. All of that means a lot to me. I'm a sales rep by trade. I'm a field sales rep. That's what I did most of my life. So I'll canvass the area, I'll sell the fleets. You know, you just build the funnel, in come the customers, and you get the work done. It's not too hard. This is actually the 7th company I've tried to start and the first one that was actually successful. I'm very determined and I'm very excited about what we're doing here. I can't sit back and just watch things happen. I always want to be making things happen. I want to be the one that's setting the pace. I want to set this industry on a great track for the future. I didn't even know how to open a roll-up door when I first started. I'd never been in a warehouse in my life. I was from white-collar business. Now I'm here in the trades. And it's been a steep learning curve. So everything that you see here, I've learned from somebody else. It's nothing I grew up with. It's nothing I understand. I don't fix cars. My hands are real clean. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a business owner. And as a business owner, I have to really focus on how to make this the best it can possibly be. So all these guys behind me and my office staff want to stay with me and believe in what we're building.
Through fire, loss, and rebuilding, John Starkey has shown what perseverance can create. His new shop stands as a fresh start, a place where hard work, community, and passion come together every day.